Welcome to Bleachers and Speakers. I'm your host, Joe, and I got my boy B Foster, and we are here with another featured player of the week. This time we're doing a segment on the NFL 2024 NFL draft prospects. And from here, I'll let you go ahead and take it away, Foster. Who we got?
All right, so the next player we're going to talk about is Brian Thomas, who is a top-notch elite athlete. He's a deep ball threat out of LSU. He's 6'3", 209 pounds, and he runs a 4.33 40-yard dash.
Hmm.
He has a 40-inch vertical as well. So he is ranked third as far as athleticism wise, as far as wide receivers, and he's ranked fifth overall out of all athletes in the upcoming draft, and that's per one particular site. So that could vary from team to team. But he has the perfect combination of size, length, and speed. He steers clear of press hands and coverage, and he tracks the ball well in the air, which is important for a guy who is going to have a lot of deep passes over the top, being able to track that ball. He has elite straight line speed on go routes, and this past year, he had 17 receiving touchdowns, which was good for a touchdown every four receptions he had.
Hmm.
It was a touchdown. He specializes in vertical routes, digs, and slants. Um, he, yeah, he's got good great straight line speed, and and doing routes that are just one cut. He struggles when he has to break down, turn and turn back towards the ball. Those are the routes that he struggles with. And we'll kind of talk about that. Yeah, so as far as his weaknesses, just pacing himself to sell the routes better. And for a guy as fast as he is, he's not a big yards after catch guy. He needs to ramp up his physicality, and you'll see this correlation between him and the next guy. But the biggest adjustment they have to make at the next level is being more physical at the point of attack when they're in tight quarters and having to catch the ball, and just the route running mechanics. Obviously, when you're running a 4.33, you're able to run by a lot of these guys, but at the next level two things are gonna you're gonna be faced with two things. You're gonna be faced with more physicality and faster guys. You're not gonna be able to run by these guys. So you're gonna have to be more technical, it's technically sound as far as that's concerned. Um, on occasion, he does have focus drops as well. And for the people that don't understand what that is, those are balls that are not heavily contested. It's just a matter of you focusing and watching that ball into your hands. Every once in a while, you'll see him drop a ball that he has no business dropping. Um, like I said, he struggles with fighting through contact, despite the fact that he's 6'3", 200 plus pounds. I mean, he's a good sized receiver. You would expect him to be more physical. Um, and as I stated earlier, curls and comebacks, once where he has to break down and where he's got to break that speed. He's got to break that straight line of speed and turn back towards the ball. That's one of the routes that he has to work on. But as far as his fit in Detroit, he fits into that timeline of late first round pick. He's another home run guy like a Jameson Williams, but he has the height and the size that Jameson Williams does not have. So he would be a seamless fit alongside Williams and Brown, and he would he would he would be a good replacement for Josh Reynolds as well. With guys like Donovan Peoples Jones and Raymond being able to kind of fit into the mold. Maybe. I mean, I think Brian Thomas is a starter, is a guy that's going to get a good amount of snaps day one. But I think the depth that we would have at receiver would be unmatched with a guy like Brian Thomas. So I would be overjoyed. I don't know if we have the capacity to pick up a receiver at this point, but I would be excited if Mr. Thomas. I'm biased. He's got an amazing first name, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm just elated at the 40 speed and the height and the weight. Um,
Yeah, good
he
size.
he's exactly what the kind of receiver we need in this offense. Um, until today's earlier news, I would have said, "Hey, if he's there at 29, you snag him." I
Right.
still think you can still do it, grab a
Mhm.
receiver like him if he's available, if you take care of a couple things before the draft. But yeah, I the things that the weaknesses that we talked that you talked about, Foster, as far as the routes, a lot of kids in college, they depend on their speed,
Absolutely.
and these are things that can be taught because everybody's fast at the NFL. So you can't just depend on your on pure speed to get away from defenders or to run certain routes. A lot of it is technique. A lot of it is selling, which is technique. He can get taught that. So those are things he can be worked that can be he'll figure out, and he'll work with the wide receivers coach, training staff to get him ready to run every route that's needed. At 6'3", 6'4", 200 pounds, he should be he shouldn't have any problems getting away from defenders as far as jams and stuff like that.
Mhm.
There it is. Brian Thomas, LSU, our featured player of the week. Wait, hold on. I forgot. We're still live, Foster.
Yo,
Subscribe to Bleachers to Speakers on YouTube. Check us out on all streaming podcast platforms. iPodcast, Spotify. Maybe I should have left that part out, Foster, because I messed it all up. Bye.